The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? Let me say what's up to the people before we start. What's up, Tony from Jersey? Shout out to everybody in New Jersey. Shout out Priscilla. Thank you for coming. What's up, Casey? Yes, make sure y'all hit that like button. I wish there was a love button on there, but, hit that like button. But on Facebook, there is a love button, so hit that love button. What's up, Kay? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you as always. Shout out to my members. What's up, Wu Chow? How you doing? Yeah, it's a very sad situation. And like I pinned up on the top, trigger warning, trigger warning, warning. So if you did not read the top where it said trigger warning, this is your fault. Let me tell you, but it's heavy today. What's up, Cups of Conversation? I know some people are probably going to be in here all like, AT2, are you going to address what happened yesterday? No. Once I said I made peace internally, I made peace in my heart, I'm good, But I will say this. Did I entertain you or did I entertain you? I entertained you, so I did my job, right? Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, it already started. But for those of you who don't know, what's up, Laugh Guys and Gossip? Nice to see you. For those of you who don't know, Chrisean did a live yesterday. I didn't catch it or anything like that, but I do have the neighborhood talk. They recorded it. Chrisean had claimed that Blueface put his hands on her, and she has a fat lip. She also has, you can tell it's going to be a black eye. But what allegedly had happened was that he had put his hands on her because she was texting another guy. What's up, Lorene? What's up, Southern Belle? What's up, Popeye? He had put his hands on her because she was texting another guy, and so it I guess it allegedly triggered him, and that's why he did what he did. But even then, I think like, well, he talks to other women and stuff like that, so why would he trip like that? But it's that whole ownership, and it seemed like this girl is so desperately in love with Blueface, and why are you willing to lose yourself? She was on that Warrior show. She was known for track and field. She's athletic, a beautiful girl, and like now when you see her, you're all like, it's sad to see. And I want to say that it's Blueface's fault, but it's not. It's not his fault. There's something else going on. And when I was going to watch the reality show. I was going to actually get Zeus Network and watch their reality show because they had her family. And, from what we know, the family dynamic isn't good. Her mom gave her away. She doesn't have a relationship with her dad. Whatever is going on with her family, whatever that family dynamic is, that's why she's the way she is. I don't understand why the culture supports this toxic. Exactly. And they glamorize it. Like, people think it's funny. And let's not take for granted, she has put her hands on him, She put her hands on him before, and they had that big public brawl, and he lost a few deals because of the situation. Also, there's a video where you see some of her hair missing. Well, I'm bald headed, so I can't show you, but you see some of her hair missing in the back with patches because of what he did to her, you know? And it's really sad because you're just thinking like, how do you get to the point where this is acceptable? And then to give them a reality TV show, this is feeding that negativity. It's feeding that toxicity. But we're going to go ahead and get into it right now. Let me go ahead and play the video and then we can comment on everything else. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm sorry, I usually have this prepared before, but I didn't. Here we go, y'all. Okay. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
No, you lying. You weird ass bitch. You lying. The fuck? I'm just texting a boy. That's it. This bitch ass nigga gonna beat me up. Like, what the fuck? So what? Let me jump out the motherfucking car, nigga. He gonna pull me back just to hit me in my mouth because I wanna jump out the car. So he gonna pull me out the car? No. No. I tried to get out the car. He pulled me back just to hit me in my mouth. Then he called me on the police shit. No, bitch, I'm drunk and you're being a bitch. You too comfortable keep hitting me in my mouth. You too comfortable keep hitting me in my face. Talking about police shit. Nobody been police. The fuck, this is a busted lip, busted nose. You lying. You weird ass bitch. You lying. The fuck? I'm just texting a boy. That's it. This bitch ass nigga gonna beat me up. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, it's playing the same thing over. I'm not.
Motherfucking car, nigga.
Yeah. So that was a live. Oh, you know what? Someone just told me that she posted something on Twitter. It's on the neighborhood talk. Hold on. Oh no, it's they posted something where people are reacting on Twitter. I'll just read it here without putting it up on my screen. It said that Blueface and Chrisean show needs to be scrapped immediately after that. After the way he put his hands on her tonight, it's time y'all stop glorifying abusive relationship and cancel it. I'm in full agreement of that. Zeus needs to cancel the show. Would y'all be in agreement with that? They need to cancel this show because that's crazy to me that because my thing is like, well, what did they capture on camera? And were they going to try to glorify this and make money off of this? We need a show called Couples Therapy where they go to therapy. We don't need no kind of show that shows them acting a goddamn fool. For what? For what? You know what I mean? This is sick. This is scary, y'all. Like, what? Uh, and you know, I know somebody had said Bobby and Whitney, but I wouldn't even put them in the same category as Bobby and Whitney. This is some new toxic shit. Like, come on now. And you done branded yourself with this man, his face all over your neck, his name, you did your eye, and like where do you like draw the line and be like, yo, I'm done. It doesn't matter how in love you are with somebody. If they will do this to you, then they don't love you. I used to say love shouldn't hurt, but love does hurt, but it shouldn't physically hurt. I'll say that love should not physically hurt you. It should be more of an emotional hurt, but not a physical hurt. Um, it and it's sad because there's nobody there in her family to like be all like, hey, let me help her out. Let me get her up out of this situation. Like, who in their right mind would want to have their sister, daughter, cousin, auntie in this situation. Like, pull her up out of this situation. And Zeus, as the network, needs to be the one to be all like, hey, we're going to go ahead and cancel that show. This ain't the right time to promote it. Something tells me Zeus Network is not going to cancel the show. I hate to say it like that, but something tells me they ain't going to cancel this show. They're going to collect their coins, get their money from it, and try to recruit the funds on it. Sad story. What's up, Toria? Let me ask you guys in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Zeus is going to cancel their reality show. Put a 2, you think they're going to continue with the reality show. And we'll do a 30-second countdown. Y'all ready? 1, if you think they're going to, oh, damn, I forgot what I just said. 1, you think they're going to continue with the reality show. 2, you think they're going to cancel it. 30 seconds. Okay, you guys think they're going to scrap it. Unfortunately, I don't think they are, unless this kind of grows, this momentum to cancel that show. Unless it grows, then I can see them canceling it. But I think they're going to keep it. And the reason why is, and mind you, I have not, and the reason why I don't subscribe to the Zeus Network is because what it does to Black people and the way it makes us look, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to watch it. I've seen the clips online and stuff like that. I get it. It's reality TV. It's supposed to be funny and entertaining. But the fuckery and the foolery that they do on that show, it's just too much for me. On all them shows, it's too much for me. So I take a pass on that. I almost feel like Zeus Network might try to capitalize on this and be like, oh, let's get the cameras ready. Let's get the cameras ready. Because granted, it's an app. So, you know, it doesn't have the backing like a NBC or Viacom. Like if this was on national TV, yeah, they would have to cancel that show and take it off the air or, you know, not premiere it. But with it being an app, I don't know if they have the same, I'm just saying, y'all, I don't know if they have the same responsibility. Now, how do I put it? Not emotionally, but do like a moral, having a moral compass, should they take the reality show down? Yes. But with, you know, the executives like Lamar Plummer, and I don't know the guy, you know, but you see the little skinny dude that be running around and stuff like that on camera, that's the actual owner of Zeus Network. So it doesn't seem like he's going to step in and be all like, oh no, we shouldn't show this, we shouldn't play this. This seems like a great way to capitalize and make money. They just don't care. They don't give a damn. It's all about money at the end of the day. And if Chrisean, because let's say this, and Monique, you actually agree with me, so I appreciate you. When you have advertisers, you have people that you have to feed, you are willing to lose yourself and your morals just to be able to do that. And I feel like that's what Zeus Network is going to do. I feel like that's what Chrisean and Blueface have done. They have sold themselves just to make the dollar. Because I would be embarrassed, you know? Like, it's one thing, for example, I get on here, I entertain y'all, and I act the fool, right? But y'all haven't really seen me to where, like, oh my God, I'm scared for AT2. I feel like AT2, oh, because I forgot what 1 was and I forgot what 2 was. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, I confused y'all. Okay. Well, let me say this. Put in the chat, cancel or keep. Do you think they're going to cancel the show or do you think they're going to keep the show? Go ahead and do it. And then whatchamacallit, I won't do a 30-second countdown. Let me know if they're going to cancel the show or let me know if they're going to keep the show. I had switched up the number, so I apologize about that. Thank you, Priscilla, for correcting me on that. But what was I saying? Oh, them you haven't seen AT2 come on camera and really act a fool. You see me in an entertainment, being an entertainer, making y'all laugh, having a good time. That y'all have not really seen me act a fool. Like, well, I have act a fool, but not like them. But not in that way. Usually, everything that I do is for entertainment value. And maybe this for them is entertainment, but for me, that ain't no entertainment I want to be a part of. That's destructive, you know? What's up, Drazo? Thank you for coming. That's destructive. And so with Zeus Network not holding them accountable and being all like, or not holding themselves accountable. Let me correct that. Not holding themselves accountable and being like, yo, I'm gonna correct this shit and I'm gonna make sure that we don't entertain this on our platform. Make some kind of statement. It's been hours now, it's been hours. They had enough time to decide whether or not they're going to do it. What's the holdup? Cancel the shit. It's really sad. Let me go ahead and drop the link for you guys. What's up, Levon? Thank you for coming. Aren't they the same network did Bat? Yeah, the Baddies, Jocelyn. Yeah, they're keeping it. That's why I said if you know the program, like I said, I don't download the Zeus network or anything like that, but I do know the shows, and with those kind of shows being on the network, I don't see them canceling it at all. Somebody agree with you. They're going to keep it right. Their MO is violence. That's true. That's so true. Yeah, a lot of y'all said they're going to end up keeping it. That's sad. We got Zaydon in the building. Let me go ahead and let him on. What's up, Zaydon? How you doing?
What's going on, AT2?
Nothing much. Sound off. What you want to say?
I want to talk about this mess of Chrisean and Blueface. This whole oral relationship is just gross and it's not tolerated. If y'all can cancel Kanye for anti-Semitic comments, y'all need to cancel Blueface and Chrisean for all this violence. So let me tell you about the Zeus Network. I want to correct on that you had said. So the Zeus Network, they don't have advertisers they have to appease. That's why they can put all the violence, all that negativity or nudity on their show because they don't have advertisers to please. All they have is a subscription-based platform where people can subscribe to their platform and watch the show. Now, this isn't the first time that they have gotten to this violence. I also blame the Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and all other blogs to keep posting it because the thing is, it just glorifies this violence. What's going to happen if one of them ends up dead? What's going to happen if one of them gets shot and get killed? Is that going to be enough for us to wake up and realize that this is a toxic relationship? Chrisean obviously has daddy issues, and she wants Blueface to be her daddy and her protector and her savior, and he's getting her out of jail and stuff. But yeah, he's putting his hands on another woman. Like, that's sickening to me. That's so gross. And one thing I hate is that when people do that, the Wiley show, he makes it clear that, oh, I like the toxicity. Oh, I love the drama. Oh, I love that. Every time Wiley talks about this on his show, I always get into it with him. I say, Wiley, that's not a way to love somebody. That's not some way to treat someone, how brutal they are. And I don't understand why she's giving her money to Blueface. Why is that? Shouldn't you be building your own empire? Shouldn't you keep money in your own pocket? So if something goes down, you have emergency funds. Why is he picking up your money? And here it is. She's posted on social media and she went live just so he can stop hitting on her. It's gross and it's sickening and sad. And I don't know where they are, but some police need to investigate the situation because it is domestic violence. I don't care what you spin it or how you say it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's love.
Yeah,
it's love. He loves me. He don't love you. And it's not giving me Whitney and Bobby. It's giving me Tina Turner and what's his name?
Ike.
And Ike Turner situation. It's giving me Tina and Ike.
Right, right, right. And the thing is with Bobby and Whitney, we knew what was going on, but we didn't see it. This, we're seeing it.
Exactly. And they don't have nearly enough fame and fortune and money as Bobby and Whitney to be doing all this. And I blame the blogs too. The blogs
You're
keep
right.
posting it and they keep glorifying, they keep posting it. And honestly, I'm tired of seeing that. I'm sick of them. I want them to cancel the show on Zeus Network, but they're not going to cancel the show because they spent too much money and invested too much time and resources into the show. And Lemuel is definitely not going to get rid of the show because he wants to make money off of them. And all they're doing is just is using them for their clout and exposure for having
Hmm.
us to keep watching this drama unfold on social media. And I guarantee you, by the next day or the next following day, he's gonna get her some flowers. They're gonna make up. It's gonna be all good. And here goes the
Yeah, and they're
pattern.
gonna be back to it again.
A
And
pattern, a cycle of violence again. Yes, you're right, ATT.
right.
It's gonna
And
happen again.
DS, I just want to say, definitely, I'm glad that you are a survivor, and I'm glad that you are able to tell your story. And thank God you still have that restraining order on him because you didn't deserve that. You never deserved it. No matter what happened, you didn't deserve to be a part of that. Let me let Laughcast and Gossip up here too. Hey, LGG, how you doing?
Hey, AT2 in chat. So, this thing with Krishan's, it just breaks my heart. I have a 22-year-old, so I think they're about the same age. And these are conversations that mothers have with their daughters and sons should be as well all the time. And so I was really upset about it. I talked to my daughter this morning and I was like, they need to cancel the show. They need to do something about him. And she reminded me, but mom, she's equally as violent. They both need to stop. It's toxic. And, you know,
Mhm.
what we're all saying, you know, is Zeus going to drop the show? I don't think so. But we still have the ability. Look at, I mean, I hate to use this as a reference, but look at what Adidas is doing and all these companies are doing to Kanye. Remember Mothers Against Drunk Driving and how they banded together and they start changing laws? People who are
Yes.
victims of DV, we can come together and get this shut down. Zeus. I know it's an app. However, they have sponsorships. They have
Right.
people
Pull
that
your
support
subscription.
all of those things, and it can be canceled. The production companies, when you start finding out who is filming this, people don't want their names attached to that because you can't start saying, oh, if you support this network, we're not going to come to your production company. If this person works for you, oh well, we're going to put a bad, start talking about them online and give their name a bad, whatever we need to do. It can be done. We
Right.
cannot
Let me
allow
correct
our young.
something. Let me correct something real quick. Child, please. Listen, I have reported on this maybe like two other times, and each time I said that it was ridiculous, it was nasty. So I want you to know, obviously, you don't know AT2. I didn't think it was funny when she was doing this and he blacking her. I don't think none of it is funny. None of it to me is a game. So yeah, that's not this channel. So it's not because she a woman we feel worse and stuff like that. But however, both of them are toxic for each other. They both need help. And
I
when
agree,
he was getting his
AT2.
ass beat, I said the same thing. Like, yo, he needs to leave her because, yeah, this is going to turn ugly. And eventually, if it's the man that's getting beat on, eventually it does turn around, unfortunately. Zaydon, what were you going to say? And then I'll let Laughcast and Gossip go next.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify this to Child Flu or whatever. We
Child,
don't want
please. I think that's what
oh,
it's
Child,
supposed to
please.
say.
We don't want violence against him or her. I don't like it when she punches him and she hits him, and I don't like it when he punches and hits her. If y'all have to put your hands on each other, it's time for y'all to walk away from this relationship. I don't care how much fame, how much money, how much social clout they have. It's not right for either one to
Oh,
get
okay.
hit.
She was making a general statement. Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Okay,
Child,
I was
please.
just
Go
wanted
ahead.
to clarify that because
Yeah, yeah.
we don't condone
I was
violence
like,
against
wait,
men either.
hold on.
Yeah, because
Lord have mercy.
I just made the comment that my daughter reminded me when we were talking about it that no, that you don't put your hands on a man and he shouldn't put his hands on you. So I don't condone it either way. I think this latest incident, just been seeing a multitude of times when they've been fighting. And it's just at the point because they have a show now as well, and they're promoting this to young Black couples and people, the
Yes.
young girls are saying this is goals, this their relationship is goals. It's like it needs to stop. Goals where? Why?
Yeah.
Where? You know,
Right.
and then if
But
she has a baby, you're gonna bring a baby into this situation. This
oh
man he just had another baby with
yeah.
his baby's mom. So it's like it's just too toxic. It's just
Well,
getting too.
she said he makes her get rid of the babies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, she talked about being pregnant before. And child, please, we love you. Thank you. No, I appreciate you commenting. But you do have a point because people do like to do the gender roles, and they think it's they. You do have a point. People do think it's funny when she does it, but then when it done to her, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But no, it's wrong all the way around. Like they shouldn't be putting their hands on each other like that. And then so going on live each time they get into a fight, they go on live. Like this shit we should not know about at all.
Well, AT2,
Right.
let me say, I saw when I first saw the story, I was kind of, jumping around looking, and I saw that Zeus actually had that footage. Somebody credited Zeus with that footage. So I'm thinking,
You
what?
lying. Oh,
I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that's a fact that they put it out there, but probably the cameras are rolling because they are in production right now, right?
No, I think the
yeah.
show's over with
I want
filming.
to
I
say
think
it's
they're
over,
editing.
right?
Yeah, I think they're over with filming now because I saw that Lemia was with Chrisean Rock and they were
Okay.
editing the series. So I think it's over at this point because at this point, so yeah.
I
Well,
wouldn't be surprised if now they're gonna film extra footage. I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah. I mean, in terms of the amount of money that they have to pay for a film crew, I mean, they're always filming. But I mean, it was
Mhm.
out there that it was Zeus Network. Like the credit was to Zeus Network. So I don't know. AT2, I'll try to find it and send it to you just to let you know. But it's just
Yeah.
sad.
Let me ask you guys, what do you guys think about Lizzo dressing up as Krishan? Like, it was it's funny, but like, is that somebody that you should be dressing up as? Or let me ask Daydon first.
82, I think that she was trying to pay homage to Chrisean Rock in a little way. I just don't think that dressing up as Chrisean Rock was the best thing because, like she says, it just glorifies people to be like, oh, I want to be like them, or they got a show, or they got fame, and they got clout, and so I rather her just dress up as Marge Simpson, Lizzo, than try to be Chrisean Rock. I think it was a little bit too much, even though Chrisean Rock said that she loved or she left a comment under Lizzo that she loved it or whatever. A lot of people
Mhm.
weren't in agreement with her dressing up as Krishan. And honestly, I thought that Halloween was supposed to be dressing up as characters, not as other people. But I digress.
Oh. I'll be dressing up as somebody tomorrow, actually, but that won't be announced until Halloween. Go ahead, laugh, guys, and gossip.
I mean, I agree with Zayden. I think a lot of celebrities, because I've seen a lot of celebrities like Lil Boosie, and not to even use him as a person, but a lot of people, they really like her. And I think they like her story and the fact that, of what she's trying to work her way out of and, her dedication to her family. But I think the imagery and the optics get confused with her as an artist and this relationship, this toxic relationship with Blueface. And I think the children are thinking because you have to. I mean, they're celebrity status now. They're talking
Right.
about they're the new power couple like Beyonce and Jay-Z, which they're not. But for the
No.
younger generation, they are the face of young love and I guess hip hop.
Oh God, I hope not.
No, it is. I mean, Krishan has over 1 million. Blueface has a huge following.
So, do you
There,
let your daughter dress up as Krishan for Halloween, laugh, gas, and gossip, or no?
my daughter's a software engineer. No, my daughter's a computer scientist. That's not happening.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
just I'm
Good.
just gonna put it. I wish you would. If that's the case, you need to reimburse me for all those. all that tuition and stuff. I didn't pay and sweat and tears for you to get up there and act a damn fool. I'm sorry. I don't approve of that.
You sound like my parents. They want their 15,000 back.
I want to
I got a degree. I want my 15K back.
I want to ask you guys both a question.
Yeah, go ahead,
LG, is that
LGG?
LGG. Have you ever been involved in a domestic violence relationship?
See, no, and let me tell. That's another thing. I was when I was doing this story, I had sympathy. I have been cheated on. I have been, called out of my name, but I've never had a man put his hands on me, and mainly because my mother, my mother's mother was in a domestic violence relationship, so she's always instilled in me that that's just not love, and that's just not something you tolerate. So I have not.
What about you, AT2?
I've been like punched in like the body before. I think it was like on the shoulder, and it was like I had to tell her no, like no, we don't play that shit. Don't do that at all. Like, do not put your hands on me like that. And like it completely and like dead. It was deaded right then and there. But would I say like a DV situation? No, I wouldn't say that. But I have been hit before, and I immediately shut that shit down.
Well, I was involved in the domestic violence relationship some years back, and so I kind of know all about the abuse and the signs. And one thing I learned in that relationship was that I don't have to be here if I don't want to be here. I can easily get out, because at one point I was like, Chrisean, I was in love, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life. We're gonna get married. We're gonna do this, and I have to wake up from like this dream I was living and realize that this isn't love. This is toxic.
Yeah, I'm
so
sorry.
I had to get out of the relationship, and now moving forward in my life, I realized like that's not what I'm looking for. If you give me any kind of inkling that you're a violent person, you're an offender, or you're crazy, I'm out.
Yeah. Did you feel like you couldn't leave?
I felt like there was things that were tying us together, like when you have a rent, when you have a car together, there were things that was tying us together. But at the same time, I was like looking for my exit plan. I was like Angela Bassett and waiting to exhale. I was trying to get. I wasn't burning up the house again, burning up the clothes and stuff. But I was looking for my exit strategy to get out, because I realized this couldn't last much longer.
Yeah, and you know what the funny part is? Well, I shouldn't say funny part, but for men, if we're getting abused, it's looked at as like, oh, you're weak, or how can you, because you should be able to defend it. And now, Zaydon, can I ask you a personal question, or let me know if I can't?
I already know what you're going to say. It was a relationship with a guy.
Okay. When it's a guy, isn't it look like, oh, well, you a man, so you should be able to defend yourself?
I mean, I guess you can say that in a way, but the thing is, I never been to jail. I never wanted to put my hands on people. Like, the only time I want to put my hands on someone, if I truly have to defend myself.
Right. And by the way, I'm saying what people say. That's not what I think.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying what people say. That's not what I think. But yeah, they say things like that, like, oh, you a man, you should be able to defend yourself. And like, you get those ignorant comments and stuff like that. But that's not reality. And when you love someone, you don't want to put your hands on them.
No.
Right.
And I'm a Cancer, so I'm an emotional person. I'm a lover. Like, I'm not trying to be up here fighting you and tearing down the house and the police is being called. I've been through that before. And I'm like, in my 20s, and I was like, I'm not going through that again. I don't care how much love. There's not enough love or money in the world for me to go back to living that kind of lifestyle.
Right.
But can I jump in real quick? And if you guys listen to that video, you will hear her crying, and you hear a man in the background. And instead of him consoling her or saying, or trying to really even comfort her, he says, don't you have to be in Milwaukee tomorrow? So what you guys should understand is there's a machine right now. She's caught up in this whole machine. The people around her, they're getting paid off of all of this nonsense, right? So his statement, you got to be in Milwaukee, let me know that nobody is really attending to her right now. They're about that money.
Let me pull it back up again, because maybe I missed that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she's right. She's right. Because he was basically saying, like, you got to go to your next booking. And Blueface was like, he don't care about you. He don't care. And she was like, yeah, he does care. He does care. And
Wow.
but it's
Let
just
me
it's just a whole
pull it up.
mess.
Here we go.
Bust the lip, bust the nose. You lying. You weird ass bitch. You lying. The fuck? I'm not, I'm just texting a boy. That's it. This bitch ass nigga gonna beat me up. Like, what the fuck? So what? Let me jump out the motherfucking car, nigga.
Mm.
He gonna pull me back just to hit me in my mouth because I wanna jump out the car. So he gonna pull me out the car? No. No. I tried to get out the car. He pulled me back just to hit me in my mouth. Then he called me on the police shit. No, bitch, I'm drunk and you're being a bitch. You too comfortable keep hitting me in my mouth. You too comfortable keep hitting me in my face. There's no police shit. Nobody been police. The fuck this is a...
Okay. I
I
couldn't
don't think
hear
it
it
was
all
that
the way.
video. I don't
Okay,
think it
it
was
Yeah.
might
that
be another
video.
one. Yeah, I think they just have a short clip on the neighborhood talk, but because I did see a longer clip, but that's just one that I had posted. Um, but yeah, and even in that clip, somebody else is with her too.
Right.
It
Yeah.
seems like they're like, hey, don't trying to not calm her down, but almost like, yo, don't mess up the bag. You hear that Natalie Nunn chick all like the bag
Right.
all the
Mhm.
time. And like that's what it's like, this new culture of like get into the bag and get into the bag at the detriment of yourself. Like, what's wrong with these people? Go ahead, Laugh Guys and Gossip. You first and then Taydon.
Yeah, it's like the person is almost like, I'm not saying that he said this, but what did you do to have the man? You know what I mean? It's like you don't even, yeah. And that clip doesn't, you don't hear the whole dialogue between the two of them. But again, it's just like there's nobody really rallying for her. And I think what's getting crossed is the fact that there's money. And then there's this whole fame and celebrity versus DV. We have two things going on here. And I think because they're being commingled, people are not stopping to say, hey, this is really, really toxic. Even though they're making money together, maybe they shouldn't be. That's a
I
problem because there's millions of dollars. This
Mhm.
girl is at venues every weekend, starting, I think, from maybe a Thursday through a Sunday, all over the United States now. And
Right.
even at Fashion Week. So there's a lot of people who are starting to make money on her.
agree.
Right.
I agree. And you know what? Get into the bag doesn't mean that you have to get beat to the bag. Natalie gets to the bag
Right.
all the time, but her husband isn't out here putting his hands on her, beating her down because she's going to Dubai and stuff or whatever the case may be. This is just a whole toxic, relationship. They don't need to be together. I wish, Blueface had a little more respect for women. Obviously he doesn't treat
Mm.
his mom uh kind of like the same
Yep.
way as
Yeah, and she
Chrisean
beat
in a
up the
way,
mom and the mom and the
And
sister,
the sister.
and
Yep.
the sister.
Hmm.
Did you see the interview with her and Tasha K?
I did. I did.
No, I didn't. Go ahead and tell me about it.
Go ahead, LGG.
Well, the mom comes on and she talks about it, and it's just a very weird dynamic. I watched the whole interview. It sounds like the mother was having a dispute with her son, and he allowed Krishan to jump on the mother. And the mother was having a conversation,
Mm.
and just from what I remember, I didn't take notes because I really wasn't going to report on the interview. But from what I remember, and they didn't correct me, I think the way it even started was they were having a conversation and talking to her own son, and then Krishan was talking about don't talk to my daddy like that, and then jumped in and
Oh
he allowed
God.
it really sick and crazy, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's great. And the whole thing is how Bluehead got famous. That his mom, Carissa, actually the one who pushed him into that spotlight. They were living in a outer city, like I think Ohio or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
she wanted to move to Hollywood to pursue her dreams after her college or high school graduation. So she moves to California. She pushed Blueface into the spotlight at the early age, going to auditions and stuff. And when he was younger, 82, he used to take money out of his mama purse. and he used to take money out of her purse. And she told him like, "Oh, that's not a good look. It's stealing. Let me show you how to way to go and make your own money." And so ever since he started to make his own millions of dollars, he told his mama, you can't tell me how to make money if you never made $1 million before. And so the whole situation with her and Chrisean Rock is just it's getting out of hand. It's getting worse. And now that they're making money, now they got fame, and now that her son, her oldest son, is out of jail now. It's all being glorified. It's like, oh, I made this, I pushed this, I made my son go out there and work hard for this relationship. Did you also teach your son not to put his hands on women? Did you teach him that?
Right. Zayden and Zayden, remember, he actually was playing football in college and had an injury. And also he said that he got lonely and was away from home, so he dropped out, which I'm really surprised because I'm like,
he was an athlete too. Thank you for bringing that up.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was an athlete, but I don't think he was a scholar.
Right.
I don't think he had the dedication to go through college and be dedicated to the plan. I think that once he got there and he realized, oh, I got an injury, I gotta play football, and I gotta keep these good grades up, he just dropped out. He never told his mom that he left college. The school officials called his mom saying, "Hey, we haven't seen your son." And she's like, "He's at school," and she didn't realize that he already had dropped out.
Right.
And so the mom said, well, you got to do something. You got to, and the mom didn't want him to be a rapper. The only song that she really liked was him in the Cardi B song. And that was only because Cardi B was on the song AT2. She doesn't like his music.
Tatiana. That's the only reason. That's the only song I know of Blueface. Any other song, because he raps off key. He can't rap at all. He don't make any sense. I don't know what the he's saying, but the only song I like is the Tatiana song. Other than that, I don't care about any of his music. It's all trash. And
isn't
he trying to do boxing? Isn't he? Remember, he's trying to do that boxing in the last. Well, just like you guys said. Now, remember the last time he and Chrisean had an incident, they took him off the boxing. That helped. Yeah. So maybe people are going to start shutting him down and not do business with him. Possibly.
Right. I have another clip. Let me go ahead and see. I haven't listened to it. Let's go ahead and listen.
Touch me in my eye. So what? You bust my lip and gave me back.
Trigger warning.
My booking to pick up my money to disrespect me. I'm trying to get out the car while I was moving because I want to get out the car. You bust my lip and give me a black eye. Bust the lip, bust the nose. You lying. I hope y'all work this out, man. No, I got a black eye and a busted nose and a big lip because I want to get out the car. Nobody told you to come to my booking.
Okay. So, and you know what? Something I didn't mention was that she said something like, you came to my booking to get my money. So this was like a solo thing that she was doing. This was a booking that she had. And she said, you came there to get my money. It's my booking. So, like, why?
But AT2, she's the reason he collects her money. She told in the interview that she gives all her money to Blueface. All the things she got from Zeus, she gave it to Blueface. So what is a pimp gonna do to come into the HOE? What is he gonna come there and do for her? Collect the money. And he's in boxing. Well, I guess Chrisean is a target because she's the victim.
Yes.
Right. And you know what? I just thought about something because I can only pin it in YouTube. Can somebody who in the Facebook put trigger warning, please? I forgot to do that there. But it's crazy to me how I don't want to say that what you give out is what you get back, but is this her karma for what she has done? Because like I said, this we've seen her put her hands on him, and now the tables have turned, and it's like, it gets to a certain point where if you keep putting your hands on somebody, they're gonna put their hands on you in return. I'm not saying it's okay, right? But it turn around fair play. Is that the saying?
Go ahead, LGG.
I think, you know what? I think first of all, they're just toxic together. But I think also that there's some, allegedly, it looks like there's some substance abuse. I don't know if it's just alcohol, because we always see her with the Hennessy. She's always talking about she's drunk. She's getting zonked out at the end of her performances. So, I mean,
right. I know they do pills. They
oh, they
have
do?
talked about doing pills and stuff
Really?
like that. I don't know. And then allegedly coke. So
Whoa. See, I didn't know that.
I agree. I think it's karma, and I think it's the price of fame. It's like, if I want to keep getting pinned by the blogs, if I want to keep being posted and reposted, we gotta show a violent, toxic relationship, so that way people keep on talking and looking. And here we are talking about the whole situation.
right. AO makes a good point. Like, we just haven't seen him put his hands on her on like a video.
There
But
was.
there was
There was a
beforehand?
video when they were walking outside, apparently, and she was punching him, and he clocked her. He
Yeah.
he clocked her, and she fell to the ground.
He knocked her down.
Yes, there was video.
And did you see when he ripped the door off the bathroom and snatched a ball spot in the back of her head?
That
Yeah.
too. That too.
Yeah.
So
Now,
there's
the
been
ball
multiple
spot one, we didn't
videos.
see him actually snatch it, but she mentioned something. But yeah, I apologize. I didn't realize that there was a video of him clocking her.
Yeah.
There
Wow.
was. They were outside on like a boardwalk or something, and she was punching her, and she was punching him, and he went to clock her out, and she fell to the ground.
But there's also a video of them in a club where they kind of got into it, and somebody started filming, and they said, "Ooh, Blueface is snatching her. I think he's tried to pull her by her hair or something." They're in like a bar after she finished performing as well. So there's footage of him, allegedly putting his hands on her.
And 82, I want to talk about this title that Zeus put on there, "Crazy in Love."
Oh, yeah, that's what the name of the
How dare they try to use Beyonce's "Crazy in Love" to try to put that for Blueface and Chrisean? How about "Crazy and Toxic"?
Exactly.
Right. I can't believe like they did that. The name of the show is Crazy in Love. Like, no,
that's not love.
This ain't love. This ain't. It's crazy. Yeah. Title the show Crazy. Don't title it Crazy in Love. Trying to use the Beyonce thing. Like, no, because it's not love.
It's not.
It's
but
not
you guys,
love.
if you think about it though, first of all, as an African American woman, I'm just tired of seeing these shows teaching our young women and men that you got to pop off and argue and fist fight. No, you don't. Use your words. I mean, like, come on, we have to get to another level where we're not just thinking it's okay to use violence. We have too much chaos going on in our households, in our community, and you're promoting this on television. Chrisean, I mean, I'm wishing her the best, but I really don't even like to see her fighting these other girls. When are we going to promote something different? They need to stop that. And that's why Mona Scott, if you guys remember, all of the Love and Hip Hop franchises, they started dwindling down because people were getting tired of seeing us on camera acting like fools and animals, period.
Yeah.
Right. And I was going to say, too, I remember Love and Hip Hop had to change. Remember when everything was going on with George Floyd and stuff like that? There was a call for a change because they were like, yo, you can't be saying Black Lives Matter and you destroying Black lives. And I feel like we are getting back to that place where we are destroying each other. And it definitely should not be that way. I get it. There's a certain sector that likes all the fighting and stuff like that. Okay, I get it. But it seems like what they're doing is putting a battery pack or some drugs in her and being like, hey, go out in front of the camera. And she go out there and do her thing. And it doesn't seem like Chrisean is in control. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, we need Yolanda. What's her name? Yolanda Asper. What's her name?
Ayanla Van Zandt.
Right,
we need Ayanla Van Zandt over here to fix this whole situation.
It stops here. We need that.
That's what I say. I think we need some better images.
Go ahead, laugh, guys and gossip.
We need some more positive role. Like, there's no balance. I mean, can you guys really think of a show where they're promoting young black college kids or doing positive things or doing internships? I mean, I see this in my personal life. I want to see this reflected in the media. What I'm seeing is a lot of bottoms hanging out. Like there's more to us than just that. And even though that could be part of the culture, where's the other side? You know what?
I agree.
Right. And I feel like with what's being like, here's the problem with Zeus. It'd be one thing, this was just like one incident, but I don't see any good on that network. And I guess they have other shows on there, but they don't promote those. We don't see them. We see what we see now. The Bobby Show. We see the Chance Show. We
Baddies.
see Jocelyn, Cabaret, and Baddies. That's what we see. We see those 4 shows. They say they have other shows on the network, but why are you not promoting those shows?
It's just true. They do have other shows like Be Simone, You're My Boyfriend. Like I watched that show and it was
they did have that one.
So how was that? Was that one more positive? What did you think about? I haven't seen it. Is it a good show?
I mean, it was funny. I think that B. Simone and Miss Pretty V were hilarious. I mean, there was a little bit of fighting, but there wasn't really too much.
I feel like that one was presented more as like comedy, though, right?
Yeah, it was more competition. But the thing is that people are drawn to the violence. People are drawn to chaos. They want to see chaos. They want to see downfall. They want to see abuse. That's why Zeus got all them security over there. And her allegedly, what's her name? Jocelyn's boyfriend had punched one of the girls at the reunion, and that's the reason why her show it get canceled, but it kind of got delayed. But they never show any of that piece on the actual screen itself.
But the girl Amber, she ended up settling with them because she did sue, but then they ended up settling.
So obviously she has a little bit of truth to that situation. Obviously he did something. They're not filming the Cabaret right now.
Yeah, that's true. And that's the thing too. Like, we don't know what other shows the Zeus Network has on there because it seems like everything they have is something with fighting or something with ratchetness. We don't see anything like Last Cats and Gossip said, like somebody going to work or somebody doing something productive, giving to charity. Like, we don't see none of that. We see them with no bra on, fighting, titty swinging, and like wigs being pulled. Like, let's be honest. This is what I see in the clips. This is what I see.
True.
And then, now they have the men fighting on the Bobby Show, but then it shows gay men being catty and disruptive and hoes. Like, it doesn't put anybody in a good light, really.
And allegedly, Bobby Lights got knocked out at the reunion.
What?
That's what Jason Lee says. Jason Lee says that Bobby Lights got knocked out at the reunion by Ding-a-ling, allegedly.
Wait, Dinga who?
Ding-a-ling. You heard him, Ding-a-ling.
Didn't I tell you it don't promote nothing positive on there? Oh, they did have the Bad Boys Club. Thank you, Wu Chow. They did have that. And that show was ratchet too.
Yes, it was.
Even had somebody in a wheelchair getting flung around. I mean, it's like now you guys are tossing disabled people. Like, where do you draw the line in the sand?
Right. I
agree. How good is the money? Like, how much is Zeus like actually paying them? That's what I wonder.
They're only getting paid like $20,000, $10,000, $15,000
for the whole series or per episode. For the episode, per episode, or for the whole ratchet?
No, for the whole series, they're only getting paid $20,000, $10,000, $15,000. The most they'll get paid is $30,000 if you're like a big star. But Natalie Nunn's the one making all the bag, and Lee Mill.
Yeah, because she's an executive producer and stuff like that. So Lemon Pepper and Natalie Nunn are basically the pimps, and all these other people are the hoes. And don't get me wrong, that's usually how the execs use the people. You guys are this, and then you know, you guys are the talent, so you are the hoes, and then we're the
Mhm.
execs, we're the pimps. But the way they're going about it is just so obvious and so blatant that it makes you disgusted. And they're black people,
Yes.
and again, I have to say this before we wrap up. You can only be in control of what you want to see. So if you don't like it, pull your subscription. Don't watch it. Don't talk about it. Like I said, I think I have 2 other shows talking about Chrisean and Blueface, but other than that, this is the 3rd one. I
Hmm.
don't talk about it on my channel. I really try not to because I don't want to be a part of the problem. I'd rather be a part of the solution.
I agree.
I agree too.
Definitely. But thank you, LGG. Thank you, Zaydon, for coming up. I appreciate y'all.
Thank
Bye. Thank you
you.
for having me on the show.
Thank
Of course. Y'all have a good one. Everybody, I'm gonna do a 30-second countdown. Domestic violence month, you do put purple hearts. Their color is purple. So if everybody can fill up the chat with purple hearts, because a lot of you guys shared your story in here. I'm sorry if you guys haven't, if I didn't put up your comment, but a lot of y'all shared your story and was like, hey, AT2, I went through this and it was very hard for me. I was reading your comments and stuff like that. I just didn't want to put up everybody comment. But if we can go ahead and fill up the chat with purple hearts, 30 seconds before we get out of here, you guys. 30 seconds. To answer your question, Levon, yes, I would do reality TV. Would I do Zeus Network? I don't know about that. Ugh. Nah, not Zeus. No, but would I do reality TV? Yes, but I would have to make sure that it's lucrative. And secondly, um, what would it help me do? Like, would it grow my platform, or would I be more like someone who it, as a businessman, I would have to take into consideration what kind of show. But would I do reality TV? Yes. Zeus Network. I'm gonna have to pass at this time. But thank you guys for checking out the show. I do appreciate that. I know this show was triggering. Hopefully, I know I'm probably going to get a couple of messages, but I'm glad that we did have this conversation because I feel like it's something that needed to be discussed. This is very disgusting. This is harmful. This is not helping anyone. And it's not even just a black thing. It's in general, this is not healthy. And I just want whatever Chrisean and Blueface decide to do at the end of the day, that's on them. Because more than likely, she gonna go back to the toxicity. Let's just put that shit out there. She gonna go back to it. But all we can do is hope and pray that they separate, they go their own way. Zeus Network does not capitalize off of this. They end it and then get them the help that they need. But other than that, y'all, we are out of here. I do want to say I love every single one of you. Thank you to my guest, Zaydon. Thank you to Laugh Gas and Gossip. Make sure you guys follow Laugh Gas and Gossip. Oh, and Zaydon has a channel too as well. But I love y'all. We'll be back soon. Deuces, everybody.